to give you a brief ARIN update. And since it's already 5 minutes in, we're going to get right to it. Okay, so I'm going to run through membership, elections, policy development, internet number resource update, programs outreach, and other updates. Okay, so ARIN's membership status. We have 23,823 service members as of the first of the month. And we have 2,023 general members, difference being they're all actually service members, but a service member can elect to become a general member to participate in ARIN's governance and vote in our elections. So out of all our service members, 2,000 have elected to participate in our governance in our elections. So our elections going on right now. Here's how you find out if you're the voting contact. When you log into your account, you'll see it. If you don't have that there, you're not a voting contact. To be eligible to vote, general member organization must be in good standing. You can ensure that, you need to help make sure that your voting contact knows about the elections being open and make sure they vote if you are interested in it. And the changes, it used to be we didn't allow changes after 30 days out from the election so that we could get the list of general members in good standing with voting contacts. But the board felt that cutting it off 30 days prior to the election was too early to make changes to the voting contact in case a voting contact left an organization and left them high and dry without a voting contact. So you're now able to update up to within 7 days of the start of the election, which the cutoff date was last Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So a little information on how you get to know the candidates. You can go online and read the Get Ready for the ARIN Elections blog. You can review the recording of the candidate forum that was held virtually online last Thursday, I believe. Or you can review or contribute, actually it was Wednesday. I was at Wispapalooza, so I get my days confused. Review or contribute a statement of support for a candidate. We have had a lot of statements of support, so it is a good idea to go and review all that and check out the candidates and why they're getting the support they're getting. And you can read the candidate bios. The timeline, 24 to 1 October is when the voting will be open for general members. 8 November, no later than 8 November, the election results will be announced. We usually get the results out much quicker than that, but by the 8th, that's the latest that they would come out. And then 1 January, of course, the terms begin. The open seats for this year's elections, for the Board of Trustees, we have 3 full-term open seats. This is the last year of the additional seat that brings our Board of Trustees number to 9 elected members. So going forward, in the years coming up, it'll be 3 seats every year, unless there's one that somebody resigned or something, and we have to fill a short-term seat. Advisory Council is the same, 5 full-term open seats, and the NRO Number Council, there's one elected representative from the ARIN region. So there'll be one person selected from the ARIN region this election cycle to sit on the NRO Number Council. Again, it's restricted to the voting contacts of the eligible general members in good standing. Okay, into policy development and what's going to be happening at the ARIN meeting starting tomorrow. The recommended policies that are going to be discussed at ARIN 54. Recommended draft policies. This could be the last meeting that you will see these policies and be able to discuss these policies, because if they come to the meeting as recommended by the AC, they have the opportunity to move them to last call right after the meeting. And then after last call, it would go on to, they have the option to recommend them to the Board of Trustees for adoption. So these 5 recommended draft policies, it could be the last chance you get to comment or see them if you're attending the ARIN policy session tomorrow. Okay, we have current draft policies that will be discussed at ARIN 54. By the PDP, draft policies do not have to be discussed at a meeting because there's no action other than going to recommended that can happen after that. But when we have time, we like to do this. The AC really likes to do this. The shepherds like to get up on stage, go through the policy, and get feedback as you guys provide it to them. So this is the list of the current draft policies that are going to be discussed at the ARIN public policy meeting starting tomorrow. The Number Resource Policy Manual that we refer to as the NRPM. 2024.1 was published on 21 August, and these are the policies that were implemented. We retired section 4214 slow start. The ARIN waitlist qualification was updated. There was an edit to 6583 section 2, and there was a general cleanup of NRPM sections 434, 44, 410, and 610.1. All right, Internet Number Resource Updates. IPv6 allocations per year. As you can see, that it's pretty steady. It's going up a little bit each year. It's going to go up again this year. We already have 773 through 14 October. So that's, I guess, good news. We probably would like to see more. The community probably like to see more allocations being made, but it's been pretty steady. It's been steady for years. IPv4 waitlist requests fulfilled since Q1 of 2023. As you see, it goes up and down. It all depends on basically how many resources ARIN recovers, and the biggest pool of recovered address resources is from non-payment. So people don't need them, they don't pay, they get revoked. A year later, we have a process we go through to make sure that, yeah, nobody's using them, they're clean, and we then approve them for distribution on the wait list. You see there's a couple of times it gets a lot. We fulfill a lot of requests, and that's usually based on a larger block of IPv4 that was recovered and cleaned up and able to be distributed. People always ask about the IPv4 reserve pools. We have 2 of them. There is the NRPM section 4.4, which is critical infrastructure, and there is section 410, which is the IPv6 transition pool. As you can see, the pool started out much different size. The 4.4 pool started out as a 16, but then got amended to be a 15 a few years later. So that's why you see the smaller numbers there. The 410 IPv6 transition pool started out as a /10. And there's 14,220 /24s still available in that pool for people that require a /24 to help with their deployment of IPv6. Okay, current transfer statistics. People are always asking me about transfers and the numbers. As you can see, it's pretty steady. It goes up, it fluctuates a little bit, but Tigger, hello. But as you can see, so the section 8.2 is merger and acquisition and reorg, and if an organization needs to move their IPv4 resources around, they use the 8.2 transfer. The market transfers are 8.3 and 8.4. The only difference with 8.4 being that one side, either the source or the recipient, is outside of the ARIN region. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'll leave it up for a quick second. You guys can digest those numbers. All right, current ASN status. So ASNs issued, pretty steady. Not sure why last year it dropped down, but we had a little drop last year. But it looks like we're making up for it this year. There's been some changes to ASNs as the fee structure and policy. There was a policy change to ASN issuing, especially for your first ASN. It's basically if you come to ARIN and say, hey, I'm building a network. I want to build it with using BGP and an AS number. You ask for an AS number, you get an AS number. If you need a second, a third, you'll need to provide more of a justification of why you need a second, a third AS number. First one, you'll get it. If you already have IPv4 or IPv6 addresses, there is no fee for that first ASN, and there is no annual fee anymore for ASNs. So basically, you pay, every organization, every customer we have pays based on the largest holdings, the largest tier they are in based on their holdings. So if you have a lot of IPv4, you're probably going to pay for your IPv4. You won't pay anything for the IPv6 and AS numbers you have. The AS number fee, actually, we did it with kind of like the same algorithm as the address space. So every 4 times the number of AS numbers, you double your fee. So 1 to 3 would be a 3x small class. And 4 to 15 would be a 2x small, and 16 to 63 would be an x small. It's all on our fee pages, fee schedule on the website. Okay, programs, outreach, and other updates. ARIN does have an ARIN Qualified Facilitator program. This was the community asked for this. We used to have, I don't even remember, Specified Transfer Listing Service, STLS, yes, that's it, which you could anybody could pay $1,000 a year and be listed on that. We had a lot of input and suggestions from the community to be better at that, if we're gonna list somebody on our webpage as a facilitator for transfers, that we should do some verification of who they are and how they act. So we have this program in place. It's a pretty stringent program to go through. They have to have insurance. They have to agree to a lot of things that they're going to do. If we get complaints about them, we actually work with them to resolve the complaint with their customers. And we check, the employees have to have background checks. So it's a much more stringent program. So when we put them up, I think we have 9 at this point. Actually, I'll just go to it. There's our current ARIN Qualified Facilitators. You can feel pretty confident that they're above board and that they're doing things the right way. If not, we have a link on the page that shows who they are, where you can let us know what you think is going on that isn't quite kosher. Okay, 2024 outreach. Here's all the places we've been. It seems like a lot. It is a lot. If you go to all of them, like I usually have, it's a lot. It's a lot of small airplanes, a lot of 2- and 3-day trips. So, but it's worth it. We get out there, we get the word out to the communities that need to hear from us, and we make sure they understand how to interact with ARIN and get their resources they need. We go to a lot of these. This is the first time we go there, people are like, who is ARIN? What do you do? So we explain all that to them. Congratulations on our 2024 grant recipients. Internet Society is doing and exploring potential use cases of RPKI signed checklist, RSC, under RFC 9323. And then there's the DNS Research Federation also received a grant from ARIN this year. Fellowship program, I think we probably have an amazing fellowship program at ARIN. Our fellowships, especially for our fall meeting, because we sponsor them to the ARIN or to the NANOG meeting, so they get a really great experience. Amanda, who runs our fellowship program, when she took it over, she started doing It's a total in-depth program. So there's 3 virtual sessions that they do leading up to the meetings, and they get fully immersed. We bring on speakers and people that can share information with them that they need to understand what goes on at NANOG as well as at ARIN. So if you see one of our fellows out there, say hello and welcome them to the community. They could be future NANOG members. You never know. And save the date. ARIN 55 is in Charlotte, North Carolina, 27 to 30 April 2025. All right, that's it.
Thank you, Joe.